Now we're talking about this great subject, healing your pocketbook with energy. How does that work?
Well, uh, the um, the amazing thing is that why do pocketbooks need to be healed? Why can't they just be? And so one answer is, I heard it many, many years ago, healing the pocketbook is, where am I bleeding, right? And if I'm bleeding red, I get a Band-Aid. If I'm bleeding green, you have to call in a financial consultant. And so when you mix a red and green together, it's not another holiday wreath on our doorpost. It's another way of looking at where is the flow going. Healing the pocketbook means, in one perspective, in one way, addressing the loss of connection to our purpose in this world. Everyone is entitled to breathe. Everyone's entitled to eat and have food. We have entitlements. We have not only rights, but from a Jewish perspective, we have obligations. And so, in order to fulfill those obligations, it's necessary to have an exchange of money in all monetary transactions for one value in exchange for another value. I want this, you have that. It costs something in some system. And when the system in our lives has gone awry, has gone askew from our purpose, we have a bleeding wallet. Our focused intent on maintaining a purposeful life brings in a very specific form of cash flow. So one can ask a very valid question. How is it I appear to be doing all the right things and I'm still bleeding green? One possible answer is that you're not really bleeding green, you're not accessing your lifeline of generic flow in the realm of money, which is one way of saying sustenance. There's sustenance from bread, like, bakers are always rolling in dough, that's why they're wealthy, correct? And
Right.
there's sustenance from a higher source called manna, and that's heavenly flow. Do you want to work in this world? Do you want to work in the worlds above? How can I bring heaven down to earth? And once one's intent and fulfilling a godly purpose of why am I here? What is my purpose in being in this world? And fulfilling my obligations to support myself, my family, to help another individual, we are automatically given the resources for that. You can try harder. You must try. Without trying, there's no vessel created in order to fill godly light, which enables us to have godly purpose in all that we do. And with those godly endeavors actualized, we create a mechanism for monetary exchange that not only enlivens us, but enlivens the planet when it's done in a proper way through sustainability.
Well, what happens, like, when you have, for instance, now a case with a money manager? Suddenly he's picking stocks much better than everyone else in his firm. He's outperforming everyone. Why is that happening?
Okay, so that's a good question, and I want to differentiate that response I'll give you from the average guy that's managing his own portfolio at home. So there could be those who manage multi-billion-dollar portfolios, or those that manage the portfolio of what I have in stock at home, which may be a few $1,000s, a few $100s, pesos, or liras, shekels, whatever you've got, yen. rubles, fill in the blank. If it's really blank, there's nothing there, right?
or yentas
Yeah,
who are in charge of words.
yeah,
Okay.
right, yeah, right. Anyway, so the difference is one has as a purpose in life managing a portfolio. When it comes to the home portfolio, one may have as part of the um, attachment of a certain being to a certain location in a family unit. There's another purpose outside the family as far as a occupation, and then there's running the family unit, which is different from the person who has a family unit, but his occupation is running the management of a portfolio for other people. So, in the reference to what you just requested of me, just as we have a Wall Street down here, there's a Wall Street above. And once one attunes to what is transpiring in higher realms, automatically you sense and feel what's going below. I don't have to instruct someone, pick this company, pick that company based upon past performance and technological advancements. There's a higher realm of seeing transactions here by going to the source of what engenders a positive cash flow in one group versus another group or company, since companies are composed of people, not just parts, unless you're spare parts and that's your business. Yeah. So, and with that attunement in place, which requires many steps, looking at ego, looking at internal blockages, as we discussed before, and it'll be more practical, or more practically speaking about them in future episodes. And as my mother would say, an episode is something that I owe somebody something, and so in future segments, we will discuss more broadly this concept of how an attunement below into yourself with your calling being manager of a portfolio can increase your performance by tuning into above, by being a better receptor of information in this world. Hey, God bless. Have a great night.